right? So we are discussing, yesterday we have discussed about the how to log into the SAP system. Only that part, that small part we discussed. SAP is the application layer. It's a application. It's not the database. It's not the OS. It's not the network. It's not something. It's a application layer. So this application layer, we will log in, we will do the transactions here. Same as like users also will log in, business users. So they will do the transaction. Normally, how we log into the irctc.com, then how we are booking the ticket, same way they will also log into the so SAP and they will do the transactions here, right? So at the same time, SAP level, so they are doing the transactions. So how they are logging to the system? So they can log in multiple via browser or SAP logon pad also they can use it here. SAP, the logon pad also they can use it here. So this logon pad is installed on our desktop. If you open the SAP logon pad here, then so you can see it here, the logon pad is opened here. Then you need to configure the entry if it is not exist. In case of that logon pad is not exist, you need to add the logon pad entry by providing the details. Suppose example, I see in the group there is a NP1 system. NP1, the instance number is the 02, I think. So SID is the NP1. So instance number is the 02. Application server is the KP online, right? So that is the host name. That is the host name here, right? So like that, you need to add the system. Then if you double click it, your screen will be opened. Your SAP screen will be opened here, right? You logged into the SAP system. You have opened the SAP system. You are not even logged into the SAP system. So this is the way you can just open the SAP logon pad, SAP logon pad, how you want to set up, you can set up it here, you can minimize or maximize. So how you want to go, just you can set up these options here, right? This is the SAP logon pad here. So first of all, how to log into the our servers here, right? So in our desktop or laptop, if you have the type here to search directly, so here you can just type the RDP, here you can just type the RDP. So then you will get the remote desktop connection here. So here you need to type the our IP address 49.206. This is the jump box server name here. Here just you can use the connect button by putting the after putting the your username here. Just you can add the password. Then you will able to log into the so this screen here. So this login screen you will get it out here. Here you will see the SAP MMC, SAP login pad, and the SAP login pad and the browser also you will see it here, right? You will see the browser as well here. So here what we have to do it here, right? So MMC is the one of the so in Windows based systems you will get the SAP MMC. In the MMC it will show the list of systems which are installed or which are exist in your system. It will give the information here. It will give the information what are the systems are installed and everything. It will give the information here, right? So currently you see three systems are there, three SIDs here. Each under the each SID we have the two instances are there with the green color, which means two instances are started. Two instances are started mode here, right? So here two instances are started here, right? So here how to identify which are the instances created. Instances means set of services here. How we have the master bedroom, small bedroom, how we partitioned SAP also when we are installing it partitioned as a two partitions basically first time. So one is the ASCS and is the ASCS instance. Second one is the application server instance here. So ASCS instance. ASCS means so ABAP system. It's a ABAP system. Then central services. ABAP system. Central services here. This is the primary application server. This is the primary application server here. PAS. So PAS and ASCS instance. So we have the two instances will be created automatically, right? So these are the two instances. What is meant by ASCS means where the SAP work process message server NQ server is running, that is called the central services. Normally the length, the sentence length is very high. Some people they will say like CS, central services. Some people ASCS instant shortcut. Some people, so they will call it as the CS, central services in the shortcut. So these people sometimes they will call it as the primary application server. Why? Because first time we are installing the application server, that is the primary, right? So pass. So or some people they will call it as the CI, central instance. In the old naming convention, so they will just call it as the CS and CI. So nowadays, application server, the short name they will call it as the AS, application server name convention here, right? So remaining five process here: dialog, update, so background, so gateway, spool. Remaining five process will be in the CI. So along this one, you have the so dispatcher, right? Along with the IGS, then IC man, ICM here, right? So these are the every application server. We can install the multiple application server, but not like that central services here, right? Multiple application servers we can install under the one tree, one umbrella. One umbrella means under one tree, one umbrella. So one tree, one SID, we can install the multiple application servers. Multiple application servers we can install it here, right? Multiple application servers we can install it under one SID here. But ASCS is only one, then DB is only one, database is only one, but primary application server is only, but n number of application servers we can install it here. Each application servers you will get the five work process along with the dispatcher, IGS, ICMan. So what is the use of the dispatcher here, right? So you have the dispatcher. So dispatcher, in the name itself we have the word sound is there here, dispatcher, right? Dispatching the request to the available dialog work process. So dispatcher has some responsibilities here. Here, each and every in our home, how we have the family members, each family member has the responsibility, right? Same way, now assume SAP is the one of the newly constructed house. Inside of the house, we have the family members, right? Dialog, update, queue, background, these are the work process are there. How each and every work process follow the will allow the will process their responsibilities, their tasks, same as like here also dispatcher and every process has own responsibilities here. Suppose if I talk about the dispatcher here, dispatcher is the mechanism, so it will dispatching, it's a dispatching the request, request to request to so available so dialog work process, dispatching the request to the available dialog work process. It will it will maintain the request user request in FIFO order means queue, first in first out order. It will maintain it here. So this is the two activities, so it will perform it here. Dispatcher, so dispatching the request which are coming from the SAP logon pad, it will dispatch the request to the available dialog work process here. So if the dialog, it will maintain the order, means first request, first in first out, first out, something like that. It will maintain the order here. It will maintain the request in the FIFO order here. It will maintain the FIFO order here, right? So it will maintain the FIFO order. So in that case it will maintain the request into the FIFO order. So in this case what we can do, so we can see the whenever you are logging to the SAP system here, whenever you are logging to the SAP system here, right? So Lagos, you open the SAP logon screen here. Then whenever you click on the SAP SID, then you will able to open the screen. So you will able to open the screen, which means here the dispatcher is helping you to getting the screen here. Dispatcher is helping here. Sometimes user will not get the screen because of the issues. Suppose if I example, so here you can see the each process list, we have the dispatcher, IGS are there, right? Suppose if I stop the dispatcher, entire system will be down. Suppose like if I right click and all the tasks, if I kill the dispatcher here, you see all the process will down here, all the process will be stopped status here, immediately the server will be down, SAP system will be down. See here, dispatcher is down here, right? SAP dispatcher is down. All the work process are also down here. So then whenever you are log into the SAP system, you cannot able to log into the SAP system. Now, why? Because the dispatcher is down. The who will take the request, your request? The dispatcher will take the request, will assign to the available dialog work process. So here dispatcher, normally when you go to the any shopping mall, once you purchase the item, so then the dispatcher so will dispensing, means he will do the so handover to you, right? Same as like here dispatcher also will dispatching the request to the available dialog work process. It will maintain the orders into the queue. These are the two responsibilities of the dispatcher here. Now see, entire system is down here. So then right click and just you can start the system here. So right click and you can restart the system here, right? Just restart the system here. If you want to start the system, just right click, stop, start, restart. So these options you can use it here. If you stop it, it will stop completely. If you start it, it will start completely here. So that is what. So it will be the case here, right? So this is the dispatcher here, right? Dispatcher dispatching the request. Now see, so whenever starting now, the requests are getting started now. So dispatcher is getting started. So this is the refresh button. So here we can see whether dispatcher is starting or not. So see here, it is not getting started. It's not getting started. So because of due to the memory issues, the dispatcher is not getting started here. Due to the memory issues, the dispatcher is not getting started here. So that's what. So we can see it here. So this type of issues we may face it here. This type of issues we definitely we will face it here, right? So here let me check whether we have the. So go to MMC. Suppose in case of SAP system is down or not starting. So the way of starting the SAP system is for the Windows systems. Go to the SAP. So just right click on the SAD. Right click on the SAD. Just click on the restart. Just click on the complete restart here. It will ask the user ID and the password. So just to provide the your SID ADM user password. So here always when you are doing the restart here username. Why? Because here, stopping the SAP system, so starting SAP system, only the responsible person is the SAP SSID ADM user here, right? SAP, so SID ADM user here. So only this user we have to use it for starting and stopping the system here, right? So not if you use your own user ID, then it will not be up here. It will not be the up here. So that is the reason you have to carefully start the systems here. So here dispatcher. Dispatcher is dispatching the request to the available work process here. So the next one is called the dispatcher. There is no transaction code here. Just it will dispatch the request. So the next one which we have to discuss about the dialog work process here. Dialog work process here. So the dialog work process is so take the request from so dispatcher how you dispatcher will get from user, then take the request from the dispatcher, then process the user logic, it will process it here. So to check this one whether dialog work process SM50 SM66 are the two transaction codes for the work process related status here, right? Work process related status, we have the two transaction codes here. So one is the local work process overview. One is the local work process overview. One is the local work process overview. The second one is the global work process overview. What is local? What is global here? I will explain. Okay. So dialog work process is responsible to take the request from the user and process the user request here. Process the user request here. So this will help you to log into the SAP system and process the user request here. So dispatcher will only give the handover to the dialog work process, but who will actually process your request means here the dialog work process your request here, right? So here, so how to check the status of the work process here, right? So sometimes we will not able to log into the work process here, right? Systems. Sometimes we will not able to log into the systems here due to the issues here, right? Due to the issues, we will not able to log into the SAP systems. Here, it's connecting. Why? Because still SAP server is in the starting mode, here. So when you will get the SAP screen means as soon as here the work process status will come to the dialog work process. Who will pick up our request here? Who will process your user request here? Dialog work process. Here DII means dialog work process. If any dialog work process will come to the wait status, definitely you will get the user screen. Definitely you will get the user screen here. Definitely you will get the user screen here. If any work process, if any request will comes to the screen, you will get this screen here, right? This screen you will get it out here. So now you see you logged into the SAP screen here. How you got logged into the SAP system? Because of the dialog work process. Because of the dialog work process, you will be logged into the SAP system here. If all the work process waiting means free. Waiting means free. All the work process are waiting for the process the request here. Free means, so it's a kind of the work process status. Like, so we have the status of the work process or the status of the work process here. One is the dialog work process here. Sorry. So status how the status will be wait. So wait. So running, the sleep. So stop, right? Error, right? The preview mode, then hold status. So this is the status here, status of the work process here, status of the work process here. Waiting means all the work process are waiting means, so it's a free to process the user request here. If the work process running status means already user request is running here. Already you some function, some task is running already. Some user request is running status here running. Sleep means work process will go to the sleep mode sometime due to some issues. It will go to the sleep mode. Means in the sleep mode, it will not pick up anything here. Stop means work process stopped due to the error. So error means due to work error status and prime mode. When we don't have the much memory, the work process go to the prime mode. Hold status. Work process hold on other task to finish it here. So there are the each and every work process there is a status here. Wait, running, sleep, stop, error. The main status of the here is the this two here. Waiting and running here. If the work process are waiting status, so it will pick up the user request here. It will pick up the user request here. If the work process are running status, with waiting, it will pick up the user request. If the work process are running, if the work process are running status, then what will happen? So it's already running, it won't pick up the user request here. If all the work process are running, it won't pick up the user request. Why? Because it's already some user request is running here, right? As already some user request is running here, right? So that is the one here. So normally whenever you are logging to the system, so if the work process are free, if the work process are free means it's a waiting status, then only you can log into the SAP system. See here, it is one is running status, which means we we logged into the system. That's why it's running status here, right? So waiting status, waiting, all are waiting here, right? All are waiting. So DIA means dialog. So here, so there are the 10 dialog work process by default and 6 BTC work process by default, we will get it out here, right? Why? Because if you have the more dialogues, more number of users will log into the system. If you have only one dialog work process, only one person can log into the system here, concurrent users. So like that, so without more dialogues, more number of people will log into the SAP systems here, right? That's why by default, you will get the 10 dialogues. Sir, I want to increase to the 20 means we can increase it. But each dialog work process will take the some memory here in the system. Why? Because how for humans, how the food and water is very important inside of the home. Food and water is, we are the process, right? In the home, we are the process to process the request, right? So for us, the food and water is very important. Here also in the SAP system also, these are the work process here. For this work process also, food and water also very important here, right? So if you don't have the food, what will happen? We will go to the sick status, either stop or error status. If you have the active, then definitely it's in the waiting status, or if you're already running, if you're already working, then it's in the running status. Same as like work process also, if the work process are already running with the other user, then that's fine. If not running, then it come to the waiting status here, waiting status here. So here the status of the work process, we can see it in the SM50 is the transaction code here. SM50 is the transaction code here. Here we can check the status of the work process here, the status of the work process here, right? Either MMC, you can check it out. Otherwise, there is a dedicated transaction code in SAP. If you go to the SM50 transaction code, here you will get the number of work process here, how many dialogues are there, how many updates. So background spool here, the mainly is the dialogues here. How many dialogues total? 10. In that free, 9 means one already using. Who is that guy? I am the user here. Why? Currently, I logged into the system and I am doing the work. Means I am explaining, right? That's why my status is the running status. Other status is waiting. Means others also can log into the SAP system simultaneously. A number of users can log into the SAP systems, right? I can also log into the SAP system. A number of users can log into the SAP system here, right? So that is the one, we can see it here, right? So one more person also can log into the SAP system here. So like this, so we can log into the SAP system here. So then we can do our transactions, our work, we can complete it here, right? So here, who is helping you to log into the screen, helping the screen here. So here, the dialog work process are helping to log into the system. Dialog work process are helping to log into the systems here, right? So here, SM50, we can see the application server. Application server wise, we can see the status here. How many dialogues are free? How many updates are free? So how many are running? So what is the status here? All the information we can see it here. If all are waiting status, then only we are other users also able to log in. If the none of the users are unable to log in, then definitely work process are not in the waiting status. Sometimes we may face the issues here, users are unable to log into the SAP system. The first thing which we should concentrate is like, so check the whether dialog work process are free or not. Dialog work process are free or not, we need to check it out. If it is the free, definitely it will pick up the user request. Maybe it's a running status, all are running status, then users cannot log in. Users mean they cannot get the SAP GUI screen. They cannot get the login screen to log into the system and do the transactions here, right? So that is the one thing about the SAP systems here. One thing about the SAP systems here, right? So that is the SAP dialog work process here. So SM50, we can check the status of the work process here. So in case if any work process running from the long time or there is no free work process, here we have to take the actions here. If nothing is free, we have to take the actions here. Actions means we need to either kill or stop or what exactly doing. We need to do the further troubleshooting in the systems here, right? So here at the same time, suppose for every transaction, you don't need to go back and check it here. Here itself, within the same screen, in the same screen, just go to the /n Suppose if you use the SICK, then it directly will jump into the transaction code here. Same in /n SM50. If you enter the /n in the same transaction code, it will open the new the transaction code business here. Suppose without entering the slash screen, if I use the SICK, so it won't open anything here. It won't open anything here. So which means you will be in the same screen here. So always, if you want to open the new transaction code, execute the /n and so one more transaction code SM66, it will open the global work process overview. So this is the local work process overview. SM50 is the local work process overview. SM66 is the global work process overview. So global means, suppose you have the one application server, either local or global, same number of work process will show. How many are active, how many are there, it will show the same number. But you have the multiple application servers. You have the multiple application servers. Suppose, so there is a business requirement. So you have to install the two application servers, two SAP application servers here. This is the presentation layer. This is the SAP application layer. This is the database layer here, right? So this is the presentation. This is the SAP logon pad. Right, this is the ASCS instance, right? There will be only one ASCS instance, then one application server instance here, one ASCS, and here one primary application server, then DB here. So this is what we have currently here, right? This is what SAP2 application server. From here to here, we have this one here. So now, so there is a load. Why? Because here only 10 dialogues. If you increase it, there is no RAM memory. There is no scope to increase the RAM. So then there is no scope to increase the work process also here, right? If you want to increase the work process here, why? Because 10 dialog work process, maximum 50 users, or why? Because each work process will handle the 5 to 10 users, right? If the one work process, so minimum 2 is required. So here, so 10 work process, maybe 50. There is a 500 users are logged into your system. Then you need, so more dialog work process is required, right? Then more work process are required. If you want to increase here, you don't have the RAM memory and you don't have the anta physical RAM to get the screen to increase the, then you can install the one more application server, one more another host, another operating system. You can install the one more application server. Like that, you can install the n number of application servers. We can install it here. For under the one SID, you can install the n number of application servers. We can install, that's called the additional application servers. Additional application servers we can install it here, so that time we have to log in with the ASCS instance. That time we have to log in with the ASC. That topic also will comes in the next 1 or 2 days. So whenever you are logged into the here, so that it will check the, so which user have less load, which applications are either this one, this one, this one. Then equally 4 application servers. Then you have the number of dialogues are free. Then your request will be allocated to the any one of the work process here. That is the responsibility of the message server. That time you will get more details. How can we log into the through ASCS? How the load balancing will work here. So if you use the SM50, only this application server related details only you can see, right? Only single application server related details you can see. Sir, I don't want to single log into the single each application server and see the details. I want all the application server details in the one screen. Then all into one screen, all the work process into one screen means you can use the SM66 is the transaction code to check the global work process overview. SM50 is the local work process overview here. SM50 is the local work process overview. SM66 is the global work process overview here. Right? SM50, SM66 are the work process. These two transaction codes are same, but this is the local. Local means individual application server related details here. Means if you log into this application server, if you enter it, only this application server related details, work process details like, so dialogues free, background free, like this, this status will show here, right? So this status information, it will show here. Work process details, it will show here, right? I want all the application server which are comes under the my SID, one SID. I have four application servers. Then I want all the four application servers related, all the work process in my screen mains. I need to enter the then SM66 here. Then it will display the all the work process related information in the screens here, right? But currently we have only one, so that application server related details showing. Sir, here you can see, so work process, which application server, what is the number of the each work process? There is a numbering here, right? Zero, it starts with the zero. What is the type? DIA means dialog BTC update here. What is the process ID? Each work process there is a ID. Work process status here, status of the work, waiting, running, sleep, this is the one, right? So here you can see the work process here, it's a running status. What is running? It's saying that all are waiting, one is running, which means you are running, right? Currently which user is running, what is the client, what is the user ID, what is the program, you are getting the server information, right? So then it will show the all the information here. That is the, so global, either local or global, same work process number 6, right? Number 6 here. So then if you go to the SM50 also, it will show the number 6 only, work process number 6 only. It's a running status here, right? So either global, local are same if you have the one application server instance. If you have the more instances, then so global will show the all the application server details. Local is only single application server details here. That is the difference between the SM50, SM66. First question they may ask you, what is the difference between the SM50, SM66? SM50 is a local work processor. You here only individual application server related details will show. SM66 is the global work processor. You here all the application servers. Suppose now we have installed only one, we can also install the one more application server also, that we will do. So but I want to see this one and this one in the one screen, then SM66. I want only individual, then SM50, right? So this is the dialog work process status here, right? So apart from the dialog work SM50, SM66, then we have the SM51, one more transaction code, active application server status. So if you go to SM51 transaction code, it will show the whether your application servers are active or not. It will give you the clear information here, right? You can see the what is the host, whether it is active. If you have the four application servers, 1, 2, 3, 4, then the four application server related details will show here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that, it will give the clear information. Clear information will be showed here in this case here, right? Each application server related details will be showed in this case here, right? So this is the active application server details here, active application server details. Suppose once you log into the system, you want to check first of all which system you logged in, which system product. SAP products are there, right? All the installations are same, but which product you are logged. Then you can go to the system status. System status in the menu bar, there is a system status. You will see the so what is the product here, right? What is the product you are working here? If you go to the here, yours is the SAP NetWeaver 7.5 is the your product version here. Right? So which time you SAP NetWeaver product versions here. If you go to the here, it will show the what is the product you have opened, then what is the component. That product contains the list of components. So these are the sub components here. SAP basis, ABA, GW, UI, these are the component. So collection of these components called the your NetWeaver product. CRM product, collection of components are called as CRM product here. So any SAP system, our work is common here. So when which system time you have logged in here, when is the log system time zone, when was the previous login here, what is the user you logged in, what is the client, what is the language you are a system status. If you go, what is the database, you will get the clear information. System status, you will get the clear information of the your things here, right? This is the log of screen here. And also, if you want to create the multiple new GUI sessions, you can create it. Multiple sessions also we can create it here. Multiple logon sessions also we can create it here. One more session. Right, one more session you logged in here. Just you can log off, the session will be logged off here, right? So that is the one here, right? System status, it will give the which product you logged in, not should what that guy is installed. You want to know, then we go to the system status. You will see the what is the product of that system, all the information you will get it out here. All the information you will see it here, that what that person is installed, all the things you can see it from here, right? That is the so system information related details here, right? SM50, SM66, then SM51. So the next transaction code is for so work process transaction code. We are now discussing about the work process administration. In the work process administration, dispatcher, there is no transaction code, but dialog work process, we have responsibility of the dialog work process. What are the transaction code for the so work process, entire work process here? What is the status here? In which status we need to worry? Which status we will say like system is free? If the status is waiting, then system is free to process the request. Is a running status, then so we system is already request is getting, the system is already request is logging here, means request is working here, right? This is the way here, right? So this is about the dialog work process here. Along with this one, so one more transaction code we discussed about the SM51. Then one more transaction code is for the SM04 to check the active users list, how many users are logged into the system. AL08 here to check the global active users list. Active users list means how many users are logged in from the all the application server. SM66 is for all the application servers work process status will be shown. But here some users are logged in, here some users are logged in, here some users are logged. I want to know all the users list in the one screen. Then you can just use the SM04 is for the so single application server related details here. So how many users are logged in? Two users are logged in. What is the user SM, what they are doing when they are logged in? What is the memory they are using? All the information we can see it here. Suppose you want to so cancel that session, select that user, select delete the session, then the user session will be deleted, right? So see here, my user session was deleted by the system administrator, right? I got this screen here. I got the screen here. Now only one user here, means that user screen got gone, right? So if I go to the AL08 all users list here, you can see all the users which are logged into the system, all the information is displayed. Now is only one. Suppose if I log into the system with a different user, then one more entry will come. So here in SM04 or AL08, we can see the so list, right? So you are logged into the system. Then suppose like you are using the SM50, then your details will be showed in this list here, right? We go to the here, there is a two users are logged in with here. In the one is the SAP star. Here he is using the SM50. Here we are using the SM50 transaction code here. Here we are using the SM50 transaction code here. So SM50 transaction code, in the SM50 transaction code, here we can see the details here. Here we can see the details here, right? So that is the thing here. Okay, so you can practice it here, all the details. You can practice it, all the details. So whatever the transaction code I have, you can practice it here. SM50, SM51, then SM66, right? ST22, sorry. So up to here, SM04, then AL08. Why? Because this transaction code, every time we will get this basic transaction code here. Whenever discussing the tomorrow or day after tomorrow topics, so all those things will come into the picture here. All those things will come into the picture. So that is what we need to so check here. Okay, so that is the thing here. Okay, so please practice up to here. Okay, please practice up to here. So please practice up to here. then let me know if any doubts. Okay.